Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Wealth in Christ show, a show where we inspire the masses to become financially free without compromising their faith in Christ. Today I have Fritz Louicin on the show today. It's nice to meet you today. It's a pleasure.
Good to meet you, King.
How are you doing today?
Bless, bless, bless.
Bless. So how did you get started in this entrepreneurship journey?
Well, you started long ago. You started with so many failed businesses that, and now that's the studio we're in now. Now
Yeah,
we end up here, keep pushing, trying to bring new ideas alive. It's still a process. We still keep it, we're still moving.
I like that. And for those who may not know you, how would you describe yourself to people?
Um, I'm just a man working in God shadows, man. You know what I'm saying?
That's good. That's good.
Yes.
So I guess the first question I'm going to ask, you're a music engineer. What does that mean? What does that look like, being a music engineer?
It's a lot of energy. It's a lot of different energy. You know what I'm saying? Because especially when you do it in like from the area I'm in, because I'm in Elmont. So we got Brooklyn, which is 15 minutes away. We in Long Island. We in the center of Long Island. You know what I'm saying? And we have Queens. So you got all different type of people you're meeting every day. So it's like different energy, and then you got to find a way to, in a way, help everybody out.
Hmm.
Through music, because you never know what's giving you that last dollar.
No, you're 100% right. And I guess, what made you choose, like you mentioned like other business that you failed, but what made you think that this was going to work out?
I didn't know it was gonna work out. I didn't even know I was supposed to be an engineer.
You don't know.
Nah, I didn't. It didn't even started to me being an engineer. It started with me being It was a. It was just a business idea I had, and I wanted to help my friends, because they was
Okay.
making music at the time, and then I used to be, like the manager, and I'm like, and now we end up here being me. So when I got the place, we was looking for an engineer,
Yeah.
and I had to force to learn everything overnight,
Wow, that's amazing.
and yeah, and it's been
How many years it's been?
6 years now.
6 years.
Yeah, it's been six
6
years.
years. I guess, talking about 6 years, because most businesses don't even last 5 years. What would you say contribute to you continue to grow?
Wait. You said what about 5 years?
Most businesses don't last past 5 years.
Oh, it's been a blessing, and we kept growing every day. You know what I'm saying? We kept growing every day. Like the kids, when you just show up, you see that was
Yeah.
leaving. They coming from all the way from Philly.
Philly.
Yeah, so we kept growing. We growing every day.
How do you get the word out there to Philly?
I don't know. It just when you're doing the right thing, I guess people just follow the right thing. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? Because I care about every single client I have.
That's good. That's good. So I guess my next question was going to be, what would you say are five things that contribute to you being successful, where you have people coming from different places to want to be in your studio and record?
You said five things.
Yeah, five things.
Mm. Um, I think it went down to one. It's like give the person that's in front of you 100%. And then once you do that, and I feel like that echo through the person that you give 100%, they want to tell somebody else, nah, you need 100%, you got to go to Fritz.
Hmm.
And now everybody you got to go to Fritz in a way, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm always there to give you 100%.
Hmm.
And if I don't give you 100%, I'm gonna give you a good 90.
That's hilarious. You mentioned that, you didn't want, this was like a venture that happened to just, be open, that, you saw the opportunity, you seized it, because your friends were making music. But I
Yeah.
guess, what happened to your friends? Like, what happened to them? Are you still friends with them, or what?
Yeah, they still making music.
Are still making
Yeah, they still
music?
making music. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the thing too. They one of the craziest market ever. When you're
Hmm.
making music, like being an artist is one of the craziest market.
Yeah,
It's so many to it. You know what I'm saying? And even right now we have artists,
yeah.
producers, and those elites. You know
Le-
what I'm saying? This guy beat sound crazy. This artist song sound crazy. That
hmm
you're like, oh wow, you're gonna blow up tomorrow. But you gotta sell it. You gotta find a way to sell it now. So now everything now become, you gotta market everything.
Okay. I guess my question before we go into more, like, for
Hmm.
those who may not know what a music engineer is, can you elaborate what exactly that is?
Well, we the one that deal with when you record the song, I deal with the mixing and the mastering of the song.
Okay.
And I do a little bit with music arrangement. So that's what,
Okay.
that's me as a plus, you know what I'm saying? So he helped me a lot in my business and my in my range. So you give me a little range.
Okay, okay. And I know you mentioned that, could you have, a producer and an artist. My next question is, how do you go about building the different relationship, in this industry
With the producer,
with everyone, just in
give
everyone,
everybody 100%. The
100%?
same way. You give everybody 100%, get 100% back. Even though you get 50% back, so it's still, you know what I'm saying? So even though you give everybody 100%, let's say you give 50 people 100%,
Mm-hmm.
and everybody give it back to you 25%, you're
Yeah,
still gonna have 25, you know what I'm saying, in a
yeah.
way. So you help out like that. So you still getting something back. And every time you get something back, I see it as people, you know? So every time, let's say you get, it's and word of mouth.
Right about.
Yeah, everybody, the world is small. It's not that big.
No, that's great. You keep mentioning, 100%, online people always hear, give your best, but what does that actually look like? Is it shaking everybody's hand when you go into different places? Is it, asking people how they're doing? What does that look like in your,
Yeah, and in general too, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't see the person that's coming to the door, right?
yeah,
You don't try your best not to judge them in a way.
okay.
So, and listen to, and when the person doing the music, and try your best to help them instead of, criticize the person in a way, you know what I'm saying? And once you do those little things and try your best to, like me, I'm also an arranger, right? I can
Yeah,
arrange a track. I can help the person arrange the track, make it, see the vision they're going for, help them out, and, all the little details. It's like I don't stop thinking about, how to help the person.
that's amazing. I guess going to like the different tracks that an artist can have or how to lay out a song, I guess what's the most difficult thing about that?
Um,
Knowing how to place what in the song.
we're talking about the artist.
Yeah, like helping the artist seeing, okay, you should place this here, have this as an intro, have
The
this as an
what
outro.
it get tricky is, are they gonna like it? You know what I'm saying? That's where it get tricky. Okay, I can, I'm trying to help this artist,
Yeah,
and are they gonna like whatever the way I'm going with it? Am I understanding their vision? So that's why you gotta listen carefully. You gotta look it for, like reaction. If I press the reverb too much, and the artist like, you gotta already know, I'm gonna turn it down, and I'm gonna ask you, hey, how do you like this to be? You
hmm
know what I'm saying? So it's about, having conversation too. Hey, do you like your volume to be higher? You know what I'm saying? Do you want your vocals to be on top of the beat? Do you want, what type of mood you trying to get for the track? Because like you got rock star, somebody want that hard metal rock and the beat. You
yeah,
know what I'm saying? That distorted beat, and you have somebody that would just want the bass, like the drill. So you got to ask them, hey, do you want? Because the drill is too loud on the song. So, and you got to learn how to cut this frequency at the right space too. You know what I'm saying? So it doesn't get distorted, so the song can stay beautiful.
that's amazing. And I guess, one thing I want to ask, is there any, when you create all these songs, do you own any percent of the song, or this is completely the own?
Actually, no, I don't. I don't, and that's a big miss aspect too. I can always dive into, right?
Okay,
That, and I feel like I'm not ready yet because right now I just want to give away, like. But I feel like one day it's gonna grow to that. I'm just gonna let it flow,
okay,
into that.
that's good, that's good.
But
And
if I was thinking of 1% from everybody that record here, I would be a multi-millionaire
one time, okay,
already.
that's crazy.
Yeah, but I just want to let it grow. I like when stuff happen and grow, you know what I'm saying? And everybody happy instead of somebody's like, nah, he got rich of me.
That's good. And I
So
guess, okay,
yeah, so just um I remember I don't know, from the Bible, Abraham, right?
yeah,
When he went to get Lot,
yeah,
and he had to fight, and the king was like, oh man, you got, all my people back. You know what? Give me all my people. You can take all the riches.
yeah.
And it was like, man, I don't want nothing from you. Because I don't want you to be the same that you made me rich. So in a way, I still have that same thing too. You know what I'm saying? Because God got us. You know what I'm saying?
God, that's got us.
Yeah. So
That's amazing. And I guess what's the most rewarding thing that you had experience in this journey for doing it for 6 years?
um, man, the smile.
Smile.
Yeah. Get to see the happiness that come from here. You know what I'm saying? It's rewarding. You know what I'm saying? In so many ways.
That's good.
That's the biggest thing ever. That's what you get to see in the first place. That's what keep you going for the next session. You know what I'm saying? All right, this person was satisfied. Because we have over probably like let's say you gain like 5 different people a day, and they probably each of them probably bring like 3 people. So you probably deal with like 15 artists a day.
Jeez.
But and it'd be more. It'd be sometime you probably deal with 100 artists a day. It depends on the crowd or who's coming. But again, is a smile. What the person that I just left, where they're happy, and because somebody give me money. So imagine you give somebody money, you feel like they're doing a bad job. But man, I just waste my money, man. Yeah, so I never want to see that. I want to see that. Yeah, that was well spent.
But can you guarantee to always get somebody a smile? Because you're talking about everyone has their own different opinion, different personalities.
God been blessing me with that. So God been blessing me with that. That's why I got so many people, and that keep reaching out to me. You know what I'm saying? That God be blessing me with that, and that's a blessing. That's something I used to take for granted, and I'm like, you know what? I gotta embrace it. I gotta embrace all the little details more. And yeah,
That's good.
yeah, man.
That's good. That's really good. Next question I want to ask, because you do a lot of artists. You mentioned you can in a day. So let's say you get an artist, right? And an artist, don't have the potential to actually really make music. This is something they could just do more as a hobby. Do you still entertain, their business, or how do you go about, put in reality of what they can expect for themselves?
Actually, that's a good question. But I do see those artists grow into big artists. Like they become so big, you know what I'm saying? So we can never take anything light.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Why have you experienced that where
Yeah,
artists?
yeah, yeah. I do a lot, a lot, a lot. And I have, I actually have one of my favorite artists that be coming here. He was just he wasn't even and then he found himself. Yeah, when he found himself, he was sky's the limit.
Okay. So I guess my next question, my follow-up question would be, what makes a good artist? What the consistent, like, what makes a good
Um,
artist, in your opinion?
it can be anything.
It can be anything.
It can be anything. Some people can really be a good writer,
Okay.
and it can be fiction. And some people speak about the trauma.
Yeah.
It can be so many things, and they all can excel as long as it's about delivery. Yeah, the way they deliver the message,
Mm-hmm.
and then that's it.
Okay. So you work with a unique type of music, drill music.
Hmm.
If you could just like explain what is drill music and anything you know about drill music that can educate the audience.
Well, it's the drill is tricky. Is the new sound? It's the new sound. I don't, but people claim it came from Chicago. People came from claim it came from England. I don't know the
Yeah.
politics of where it came from, but that's the average age from now. You got kids that come from the that's coming to the studio that's like 13. You
Mm-hmm.
never used to have that. It was rare. You know what I'm saying? That was you didn't get it a lot. Now you got kids from 13 to probably all the way to 25,
Okay.
and that's what New York have now. And like high school, middle school,
Yeah.
that's who's doing it. You know what I'm saying? They doing it by a lot, big. So every day.
Over there.
Yeah. So and I didn't like it at first though.
Okay. Why don't you like it at first?
I don't. Well, at first I liked it, and
Okay.
then I didn't like it no more when they switched into the whole dissing thing.
Uh-huh.
I like it around Pop Smoke era
Okay.
when he was doing it, and then when he switched over with the drill this and this, and then I didn't like it no more. And like you said, through the dirt, you found diamond.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So you get to see some kids come in here and then they transform it into something else, and they make it fun. So and I start to like embrace it again. Like, all right, so now you have to deal with it,
Yeah,
and you still have to give it 100%,
so I give it
and
100%.
that's the hardest. And it's weird to give drill music 100%.
Why you say that?
It's weird because it's a you gotta take a part of you in a way. So of course you gotta I don't know, it's a little dark. So if somebody that's new You don't know what you're getting yourself into, and you dive into it, and you get, and it's gonna be a hard dive in.
So I guess, my next question being the fact that, from little I know about drill music, it does have a negative feedback in terms of the influence it has, around culture, around just teenagers growing up. What would
Mhm.
you say to people who are on that same side who may say, yes, drill music should be a stink, it should be a thing, but you
Nah,
see it as art.
nah, it is art indeed. That we gotta keep that aside. It is art, but it gets it's tricky, man. It's tricky. Yeah, it's tricky. I see it, yo. You got them little kids become monsters, man. All the kids want to be gangsters, but there's always a little light to it. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Because I see kids feed the family off of it. So at the same time, you're like, yo. So some people you probably like, yo, take it out, and be like, yo, you mean take my what you mean taking my food out?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like I don't know. So, but I'm hoping everything changed.
Right there, Jay.
So I'm hoping it's changed. That was me. I'm like, okay, I just gotta wait it out.
Wait it out.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't I know it's gonna change, but I feel like it's gonna transform into something else.
What do you think is going to transform into?
It can be just like you see Jersey Drill. It's like kids dancing on it. It's like they do that hip dance,
Yeah.
Jersey Drills. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like that's it been transforming into that.
Okay. Because,
So yes, because he kept you see a lot of people went viral with it now. You got Ice Spice went viral
yeah.
with it, Fabio. You still got a lot of big and you have a lot of little kids that's out there, doing their things too. Um, but it keep evolving because the label not signing these kids for decent people.
Mm. Okay.
So eventually they're gonna change it because they're gonna see it's not going nowhere.
Okay.
It's only a neighborhood cloud thing
Okay. Okay.
right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. So I feel like that's how it's gonna evolve into so many ways.
Okay.
So we just gotta pray and wait it out, man.
Wait it out,
Yeah.
indeed.
And
Uh,
hopefully those kids don't get too far deep into the darkness of it.
all right. I guess to follow up with the children fall into deep. I don't know if you're familiar. I think his name is DD1 Music. I don't know if you're familiar with him.
Nah.
You're not familiar with him. Basically, he's like a rapper, and he's like, he has an interesting perspective on hip hop in terms of like certain songs shouldn't be like children shouldn't listen to the kind of music
Mm-hmm.
because of the influence. How like you said, it makes them dark. Even though it's providing food.
Yeah.
Is it, providing food and providing, taking some family out the hood? Is it, what's what I'm looking for? Is it fair at the cost of other people going down into deep holes, darkness, and doing a lot of crazy things? So how do you look at like the pros and cons of it? Because for one family, you're making a lot of money. Another family, they
I
got
feel
a
like I feel
kid.
like I feel like you affect more people too into the dark hole of it too, and than the people that's making money off of it. And nah, that's a hard question, man. But like I said, tell everybody we can't play God. We can't play God. We just gotta pray out and wait it out.
No, yeah, because interesting. Because for me, when it comes to music, um, I'll say I see music as an art.
Hmm.
Um, but like I feel like music is a great way to influence the masses.
Hmm.
And I feel like it's important. Um one of my guests I interviewed before, he once said that your diet is what you listen to, what you see, and it goes beyond what you just eat. People just think about diet, always think about what you eat, but it's go about what you listen to,
Hmm.
who's speaking to you, who you spending time with. All that goes into your diet, and if a lot of people listen to music that making them do crazy things versus music that does not influence them to do positive things, then we have an issue. If more music is done, but you said,
But I feel like it's been like that too
so
because
what can
you
we
you
do to
have you
change?
have you have those a lot of music out there and then they demonic and people don't even know. So you know what I'm saying. So drill is, you can't select it because it's obvious.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. But we can cancel that one and leave the other one.
Okay.
We gotta do a whole
Clean out.
industry cleaning. You know what I'm
Industry
saying.
clean.
And when you say industry cleaning, that's never gonna happen
Why do you don't think
because
that's gonna happen?
it's just good stuff and dog stuff. That's how the industry is. You get to, people cling to. It's a lot of, you know, it's a lot of great stuff happening in it. It's a lot of BS thing happening in it. You know what I'm saying? So you get to choose a side
Okay.
in a way when you. So that's why you gotta really watch what you're listening to, and you don't even know what you're listening to half of the time
That's true.
because
And
sometimes it's frequencies, sometimes it's the words, sometimes it's the person saying, certain names. You probably think they're talking about their grandpa. You start saying names, saying names too, and then the whole time they're talking about Lucifer.
wow.
You know what I'm saying? So you don't even know.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
That's mind blowing to hear that because usually from like general perspective, as a general person who listens to music, you just like, okay, if they saying something crazy, again, God or something like you
exactly.
stop listening to it. But you can listen to regular music or any music
Yeah, they're like
and
they
on
have a lot of hidden messages.
the frequency or the hidden messages. I think I was listening to this TikToker. She was talking about like how she's listening to this music. Every time she listens to music, it made her feel kind of funny, interesting, like,
Mm,
always wanted to just want to go and have sex, just like when she listens to this kind of music. And basically she's trying to save herself
fuck.
for marriage. And it's just like I didn't really think, now making sense what you're saying, the frequency, the different
Yeah,
things. It can everybody can be talking about praise God, but the frequency could be saying something else.
exactly.
The track, whatever it was saying sometimes. I guess my question is, what would you say to the parents, who may have a child who may want to be a drill rapper, who may just want not be a drill rapper, just want to be an artist, but
You just gotta pray for them, and now you can't do. A lot of things are not up to us; they're up to God. We can't do nothing about it.
about it.
No, no, we can't do nothing about it because the kid's still gonna be a kid regardless. You can hide them, put them when they go outside world, they still gonna be them. I got a lot of kids coming here, and then their parents pay for the session, right? And it was like, "What did you record?" It was like, "Don't worry about it." The whole time that kid talking about it, he just killed 5 people outside, even though most of the time it's fiction,
Yeah.
but that's what he's talking about. So you don't really, you know what I'm saying? You never know. You never know.
I guess my question is, being the fact that some people may use music as a therapy, and they may say certain things that you may hear, whether it's true or not true,
But that's the problem, though. You can't use music as therapy.
but some people do.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Why you
You
say that's the problem?
Because you're gonna depend on something else to be a therapist. You know what I'm saying? And it's never gonna work. People can, oh yeah, when I listen to this song, it made me feel better. For how long? For 3 minutes?
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
What you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like go to work on repeat. You know what I'm saying? So you can't make music a therapy. If you need a therapist, go to God.
oh the God,
Yeah, that can be a great therapist.
nah, that's amazing. But where I was going with the question is like, you said that some people they come here to tell a story
Yeah.
about their life, and some things, it could incriminate them. Some things could be something they shouldn't say at all. And you said like, the parent asks you, what did the child say? You like, what is I guess the fine line between privacy, with the clients and
Yeah, it's a big deal. The person, it's it's the person business. It's me and that person business. He doesn't regard anything else. Whatever when the person get in the booth, whatever they said, that's why I always gotta send them to their email. And I'm like, who do you want me to send it to? They're gonna tell you. You don't share the music, you don't do you gotta respect everybody's privacy.
mm,
A lot of people just come here to confess. A lot of people just come here to has it been therapeutic in a way
yeah,
because they just want to get certain words out. You know what I'm saying? And then music can do that for them. You know what I'm saying? So you can, yeah, you got to be really respect people privacy when it comes to it.
Oh, that's amazing. And I know you've been mentioning a lot about God, having God being your number one therapist. How would you say your faith in God has helped you in this journey in the past 6 years?
Um,
Right? In the past 6 years.
man, that's a good question. It's been a little tricky though. I wake up every day asking God, is this, am I supposed to do it? Is
Hmm.
this what I'm supposed to be doing? You know what I'm saying? And when I find, even the little details how I came to learn the skills, right? Everything was it's always so tricky. It was literally a miracle. You know what I'm saying? How I come to the whole. So I don't know. Just like I said, I'm just be waiting on the right, and so at the same time, it's not up to me. You know what I'm saying? I just leave it up to God too. But it's been a rocky though. I be asking God. Sometimes I wake up, I'm like, yeah, I don't want to come here. And sometimes I wake up, I'm like, yo, that's the only place I want to be. So we have those days, you know what I'm saying? But we leave it up to God.
But I want to talk about a couple of things before we end this interview. One is the skills. For someone who may be 21, um, or 18 who wants to be an engineer, what would like the first thing that they need to do, or how should they go about getting started?
Um, Learn frequencies.
Frequency.
You learn frequencies, none can stop you. You'll be one of the greatest engineer ever.
That's it.
Yeah,
Frequency.
yeah. Learn that frequency. You know what I'm saying? Learn those hertz. Learn. Where the beat's supposed to be. Where the vocal's supposed to be, and sky's the limit.
That's it.
You focus on that. You give it 6 months. Your ears gotta develop. You're gonna take a good 2 years probably for your ears to be fully developed until
Mm-hmm.
for you to hear every little things like get used to the frequencies. But sky's the limit. Yeah.
Interesting. That makes me want to ask, which I wasn't thinking of, but let's just say you have an artist who comes
Hmm.
here, no music, nothing like really prepared, just wants to get in the studio and rap. How do you like help them put the pieces, the sound, or you don't do that?
Um, I do actually. It depends on all right, what mood you feeling right now. You know what I'm saying? And then what's on your mind? What you want to talk about? And he all down to this little bit and that's it.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes, all right, I'm in the R&B mode. I want to talk about my girl. You know what I'm saying? And he just, all right, just put an R&B beat and the person going there express himself. That's what's so beautiful about music. You get to see somebody express themselves. So that's why when somebody pull up here on a drill beat, so talking about killing the ops, because I'm talking about demons, and I'm like, I hate too much demons in the day, man. So I think I'm gonna take a step back with the drill thing for a little bit though. You know.
See what you say, like it's toxic on your head, like it's toxic
Nah,
to
it
you.
get it get a little too much. I feel like I gotta do it, but not often. Not first thing I do when I come here. I gotta time it properly, during the day. So I get my energy up. So yeah, when you keep hearing demons, demons, in your head, it gets a little creepy at the end of the day. Everybody just keeps saying they are demons, you know what I'm saying? That's the first line. Yeah, it gets creepy.
No, that's what's up. And I guess, Venus is a business show. Like, how do you go about the finance part, and what you're charging an artist per hour? How did you go about like, figuring out what you're gonna charge each artist?
When I came in, all right, and I always see it as me helping. So that's why I always charge it like a basic rate.
Mm-hmm.
And then trying to even mix in the master rate, right? I cancel those rate over time. I used to have them, and it used to benefit me a lot,
Mm-hmm.
but I cancel it, over time.
Why did you cancel it?
It was just not about the money after a certain point.
Mm.
It become like, let me help this person, and then you get to see kids, like I said before, came here with the last dollar, and that's all they have, and they have a beautiful song they want to do, and they have to finish it. and you're gonna be like, yo, this is $800 to finish the whole song. You
Jeez.
know what I'm saying? That's not fair. So
You got a family to feed though. So how do you balance that?
God provide, man. You know what I'm saying? You don't worry about why we don't worry about why we eat. I do really good.
They're really good.
I do really good. God's provide. You know what I'm saying? I do really good. I was telling my wife that that because when you go to offering in church and you look at your 10%, I'd be really grateful for my 10%. So God being it's been a blessing,
That's it.
and yeah,
That's good. And how would you say you manage your time in terms of making sure you're not overbooking yourself, you're getting time to rest,
uh,
family,
it's bad.
is bad.
It's bad.
How can we make
It's
some
bad.
changes?
I feel like it's bad when an entrepreneur too. It's really bad with the time. Um,
Because lots of people like what would your typical day look like? We can describe it.
like 13 hours a day,
13 hours,
13, 14 hours a day.
13, 14 hours a day for
Yeah,
6 years.
yeah, and you figure it out too. How to cut time in between that too. You know what I'm saying? You get to figure it out. Okay, so now I know I gotta be on the phone with my wife. Every little second I have. You know what I'm saying? And now I have kid. I need to know what time I'm leaving my house and what time I'm coming back.
Yeah.
So yeah, because I don't want to miss out on my kid's life, stuff like that. But again, I'm trying to cut the time down more too, and then like give like other engineer a little more like more time. You know what I'm saying? Have somebody else to help somebody else learn and learn the process of what I do
Hmm.
to do it too. That would be yeah, that'd be good for me. And then I have those around the time though, but we just gotta find the right person.
So what would you, for someone who may be interested in, possibly being an engineer here, what are you looking for and for them to become an
It's a
engineer?
it's a lot mental wise, you know what I'm saying? So be ready. It's not an easy job. It's not a 1-2 jobs. So if you're ready, let me know.
Right? That's all you need, just
Yeah,
mentally.
yeah. Be strong mentally, man, because you gotta know all these words coming at you are energy. They so you gotta find a way to not take everything like they talking to you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And you gotta go on vacation,
Oh,
clear
okay.
your head. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Have fun.
That's fine. That's fine.
Yeah.
We got some expensive, equipment behind us. How do you go about making sure, how do you even get the, how do you go about making sure that you're staying up to date with the different things that's coming up? Like I'm sure these are very expensive equipment you have here. How you make sure you just making sure you have the right equipment for each and every client, able to master their song, put it together, and in a quick timetable.
Oh yeah. I mean, it goes down to the system. Once you know the system, you know what to get. You know the right time, and you can always. And it's as expensive it is. You can always find like a little people reselling thing every day.
Hmm.
People don't even know what they have. You know what I'm saying? So if you look hard enough, again, God is your provider.
Guys, guys,
God make it happen, man. You know what I'm saying? I be in shock. I don't even know. Cause even I gotta say too, even this business, I don't treat it as a business.
I know.
I treat it as more as I don't know, it's like that's where everybody come. It's like a big friend group I have. You know what I'm saying? It's like a big hanging out spot in a way.
Hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Cause these people getting a good 20-50% discount. so so yeah, but yeah, so that's why I still be working on, some venture, some other business stuff that's going on behind,
Yeah,
beside, audio engineering, just, because we got to stay happy and we got to make sure too everybody's happy in a way.
that's good. And what do you see the future of audio engineering, or just where do you see that going next 5 to 10 years?
I don't know.
No
I'm
clue.
just going with the flow,
Going with the flow.
going with the wind.
You don't think a robot's gonna replace you?
I don't think they can.
No?
Nah.
Why not?
If the robot replace me, I'm gonna be behind the robot.
I like that. You're gonna be behind the robot.
Yeah, I'm gonna be buying the robot. I'm gonna be the one buying it to make sure they replace me. But you got to be relatable to in the music industry. So a robot can never fulfill that.
Hmm.
You got to understand. You got to understand the mood. Yeah, they can do it, right?
I don't know. I don't know. There's a lot of
But
technology. AI is moving.
yeah, but they can do it. They tried before. I heard a couple of things they tried, but even they have a self mastering thing. It's really big. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? You can master a track. It's still not 100%. You still got to tweak it. So you will never be 100%. They will still need, somebody behind it to make sure everything working good.
It's funny you said that. They just made me think of like, a couple people I know who are artists and they try to do the whole thing themselves. They produce the song, they try to master it. Do you feel like they're doing themselves a disservice? Or
I
they
feel,
actually,
I
or they
feel, I feel like they might take it away from themselves.
elaborate?
It's like I feel like when you're the artist and you produce a beat, and you record yourself, you that's all you know. It's like let's say you don't travel,
Mm-hmm.
all you know is what you see. So you gotta give somebody else an ear to, experience your sound to see what they can make out of it. Sometimes I feel like some artists need to be humble themselves and bring in somebody else, let them figure it out.
Or they say it's too much money. Everybody gonna come out here and
Yeah, but that's why I make it cheap, yeah.
Gee, you
It's
guys
not,
say
it's not too much money. It's not,
not too much money.
it's not too much money. It's money though, but it's not too much money. And it's affordable.
Affordable.
Yeah, it's affordable.
So
And you get a good, and our motto is if we record something in here, we get to give it to you makes and master by the time you leave the place. So
that's tough.
that's why we're number one.
Number
You know what I'm
one.
saying?
Number one.
Why we're number one.
So
Because we got security right there and there.
that's good. So what is your future plan as an engineer in the next 5 to 10 years? Like what do you see yourself? Do you see yourself doing this? Playing 13 hours. I know you say you're looking for someone.
Not 13 hours though. I don't even see myself doing 13 hours the next month or tomorrow.
You're supposed to encouraging these people to want to become music engineers.
Yeah, no, I'm saying I've been doing it for 6 years. So
So what's the next
at a
step?
certain point, you got to select your client. You know what I'm saying? Select, the clients that you want to work with really. And always leave, windows for new people to reach out to you. But I feel like, yeah, certain clients will be more solidified. So, you know what I'm saying? Not like everybody jumping around and stuff like that. So it'll be more selective.
That's good.
Yeah,
That's good. No, I definitely want to say thank you for your time.
of course.
I definitely appreciate this. Um, for those who may not know, I knew Frick since high school. Um, all the different business adventures
Yes.
that he went through. It was amazing, and to see that he has his own place, a studio is amazing. Like I'm
Yeah.
really proud of you. What you're doing. Where God's taking you and
Yeah,
your
man. I had
family.
to I had to learn to be proud of it too, because I that was my problem. I used to be like, nah, I need more, and I should have been this height already, and I had to learn how to be more grateful, because yeah, because that was a big learning journey. You know what I'm saying? It was a big learning journey.
Uh, and shout out to his wife for definitely encourage him to finally hop on.
Yeah, yeah, definitely.
Shout out to your wife. But we could leave any word of wisdom for anybody who maybe listen. They listen to everything you said, the ups and downs, the 13 hours you're doing, but they question if this is something they should want to do.
Nah, it's fun. It's fun. It's something you want to do though. But it's a fun thing to do when you get to make somebody else day through, but just be behind the board with your fingers. Um, and I don't know, man. Just let God lead you.
Amen. Amen. Thank you
That's
very
it.
much. And for those who are listening, I hope you guys don't see another guest on on the Wealth in Christ show. I hope this inspires you and encourages you to go out there and do something. I look forward to seeing you guys next week. Stay blessed, guys. Peace out.